नमस्ते, मैं आराधना अग्रवाल द पोएटिक मी में आप लोगों का पुनः स्वागत करती हूँ। दिस इज द सेकंड सीजन ऑफ द पोएटिक मी. होप यू पीपल हैव एंजॉयड द फर्स्ट सीजन and now the poetic me is going to start its second season with a very young energetic person in front of me. Before introducing him, I would like to recite a poem that is written by me, and then you will understand what I am going, who I am going to introduce you. Okay, the poem is पूछो उनसे जो करते हैं भ्रमण हर वक्त, कितना कुछ प्रकृति में है दर्शनीय, कितना नया जो हमने कभी देखा नहीं, कितना अनोखा जो कभी जाना नहीं. पूछो उनसे जो करते हैं भ्रमण हर वक्त. अपनी जस की तस स्थिति को त्याग, जब झकझोर कर उठोगे और चल दोगे, जीवन के अनजाने रास्तों पर हो निडर, पाओगे उपलब्धियों की नई ऊंचाइयां. ईश्वर ने रची है नियति में हमारे पंख जो दिखते नहीं, आज शायद हमें उड़ने की कोशिश में फड़फड़ाए अगर हम, तो देखेंगे मजबूत चील से पंख दे रखे हैं ईश्वर ने तभी से जब हम जन्मे थे. कोशिश की चाबी से ही ये ताले खुलेंगे, अन्यथा यूं ही बिना कुछ हासिल किए दुनिया को हम अलविदा कर विलीन हो जाएंगे. तो here presenting an explorer, a person, Subham Singhania. Let me say, हम सपने देखते हैं कि कोई एक कंट्री घूम ले, कहीं कुछ वेकेशन में कहीं और चले जाएं. Let's ask शुभम. उन्हीं से पूछते हैं उनके बारे में. Hello Subham, glad to see you here. A grand welcome to you on my Poetic Maze, the YouTube channel. Say me something about you.
Well, first, thank you, Aradhana, for such a good introduction. It was so generous of you to write something about the travel means. Your poetic was really good. Thanks for introducing and taking out time for uh, getting my views on my travel diary. So I basically from Calcutta. I am currently living in Pune. I have completed my post graduation degree in human resource, and then since 5 years I've been working. Currently, I'm working in my own firm. I have a startup with staffing and recruitment industry. I'm a professional human resource manager. So
Okay.
that's in part of my professional career. But apart from that, like you mentioned, I love to travel a lot, and I am very passionate about planning and executing my travel plans, which is across the world. Till now, I have traveled a lot, around 15 countries, and I would like to explore more, and I want to make it 30 before I turn 30. So that's my plan.
Okay. मेरा प्रश्न है, ये स्टार्ट कैसे हुआ? हाउ डिड यू थिंक दैट you will become an explorer? You will have to roam the country. You will be a globe trotter. How did you decide? How did it happen first? It's very exciting. I think मेरे दर्शक सब जानना चाहेंगे ये शुरू कैसे हुआ?
सो ये शुरू हुआ मैं फुटबॉल का बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ, तो मुझे फुटबॉल बहुत पसंद है. तो फीफा वाज समथिंग इन माय लिस्ट फ्रॉम बहुत टाइम से मेरे लिस्ट में था फीफा. दैट इज लाइक अ हिस्टोरिक मोमेंट फॉर एवरी फुटबॉलर्स टू विटनेस. ओके, सो 2018 में आई गॉट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू विजिट रशिया. रशिया जहाँ पर 2015 वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा था, एंड आई वाज देयर फॉर अराउंड 45 days. I witnessed from the start to the end. So during that time, I traveled 3-4 countries around Russia, which which helped me like to know more about the people. Okay, वहाँ के people culture. It was first time to visit international boundary for so many days, like around 45 days, where I came to know more people because it was an event happening across the world. So there were people from all around the world. Like they were from Argentina, United States. Just name the country, you will find the people over there. So I got to meet all of them over there. So वहाँ से मेरी journey start हुई to explore, because every culture has a different learnings you can get. Okay, so वहाँ पे जब मैंने दूसरे country के लोगों से मिला, मुझे जानने को मिला उनकी भी country बहुत सुंदर है. From there I started exploring. I used to manage time taking out from my work. I used to research a lot for the country where I wanted to visit, and then from there it just started. Then I traveled across many countries there.
As you have said that you have your own startup business, so you are an owner of your own company, so you don't have to take permission from your bosses, and you don't have to submit the leave application and all that. So does it happen that whenever you feel like going abroad,
It's
you
not
just
like
pack
that.
your bag and leave?
It's
Okay.
not. See, the startup just started a year ago. So since year I have not traveled because of this pandemic.
Yeah, yeah.
So before that I was being employed within other IT companies. So I used to save my leave. I have never taken a leave since 2018. I remember since 2016 December when I started working, I have never taken a leave from my work
Okay.
ever. So I saved their leaves and I was able to roam around the world around 30 to 45 days for each year. So at least 2 to 3 vacations in a year I used to take from their leaves.
So, do you go to a particular country, but like in one visit, do you go to one country, or you just complete or just cover 2 or 3 countries together?
So it's generally it's 2 to 3 countries at a time I visit. So because all are close by and you need a good planning execution and research is most important before you travel. So that is what I do. So all the countries in Europe mostly I've traveled are close by, so it's very feasible and very commutable to travel from one or the other country.
Okay. So, just I follow you on Instagram. So it's a very interesting, huh? Papa is solo traveler, right? Is this your
Yes,
Insta ID? Would you please say
yes.
how have you selected that particular? Because it suits your profession, it suits your hobby of traveling. So it's so innovative, so creative. How did you get it?
Okay, so it's Popeye, a solo boy journey. A life is all about journey, I believe. It can be good or bad. There are different chapters to it. And I was very fond of Popeye as a cartoon character because
I
he was
too.
an individual domain. Okay, he was an individual contributor to the entire story of the Popeye series, and he was himself uh, alone, a warrior, as a good. But I really liked his character. So taking him as a character in my background top, and I traveled across different countries solo. So that's why I put a name on that, a solo, and that's my journey that I want to empathize or tell the entire world about it. So that's a journey I want to let people know about what all destinations I visit as a solo traveler.
Okay, being an Indian, you are very much. I know you know English and Hindi and little bit other language, but in different countries there are so many languages. How do you communicate with the local people?
See, generally people outside India, I have seen very helpful in each of the country I have visited. And it's not so much difficult to communicate as there are a lot of technologies. I use Google Speech, okay, that's text languages. You can record it over there, just whatever conversation you have, you are fluent with. You can just talk about it and you can record it and it will translate it to the language they are prefer. And then same similarly from there and they can translate it and you can get it the translation version.
Okay, okay, okay. So, as you have said, कि you have visited to 15 countries. So, how these countries are different from each other? Have you ever noticed something that differs them from each other?
Yes, definitely. Each country, even if you consider India comparing to other countries, every country has their own unique and I would say a point where your memories you can remember for it. So generally, if I say about different countries like Russia, Russia was wealthy enough, and most of the Soviet things were there to see around. USA, it's very unique in itself. You can find most different cultures over there, and it's a majority of Indians over there. So vast land, vast mountains you can see over there. Travel to Norway. Norway is all about colorfuls, okay, mountains and colorful. So you can visit there. So it's all about the culture because each and every countries have different cultures, food, and their own heritage or history that you can know more about. So it's every time I would say it's a new learning and a new experience for me.
So it is we have read since our childhood. Traveling is a part of education. Traveling teaches us more than the books and all that. So would you please say to my viewers name of the countries that you have visited. You haven't yet mentioned. You have mentioned 3 to 4 countries or 15 countries.
Yeah.
Would you please say the names of them?
Sure. So it started with Russia. I have made a note of it. I don't remember all of this. I have a make a note. So it started with Russia and then to the US, Finland, Norway, Estonia, Bhutan, Thailand, Turkey, Dubai, that's in UAE, Belarus, Ukraine, and Denmark.
Wow, great, great, great. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed. Okay, now you tell me, what are the positive features do you wish to see in our country too that you have found in other countries and you want them to be in our country also? You
Okay.
don't have to be specified, but main thing highlighted points that you appreciated that, and as an Indian, you want those things too in our country also.
Well, Indians are also very helpful. I see most of the places I've visited, people are helpful, but it just they don't give importance to their culture or their history or to their, I would say, the scenic beauty what they have in their own country. They don't give the value to them. So that's why it's unexplored yet, and people are not aware of it much, rather than focus on the other countries. But where I have visited, people do value whatever things they have in their society. That is most important. I have seen in their side. So considering that, I would like India should value things which they have in their own country, which is very lacking, and they should be caring enough for their surroundings. Like definitely, you see cleanliness around the world. There are many countries where people do take care of their cleanliness and all around, at least in their society. So this is something in India people should learn more about.
What about the following the rules? I think in other countries they are very much matlab, adhere to the rules that countries impose on them, and they are very genuine followers of those. But in India, we love to break the rules. We love to break
It's
the.
because of the guidance I see. Because see, population comparatively to the entire Europe, we have the more population, so it's very difficult to guide each and every people, I would say educate each and every people of the laws that we have. So generally, in if I compare to the other countries where I visited, their laws are strict, but people or the populations are also well enough educated for the laws, and it's very easy for them like to follow, because the government and the people have a one-to-one connection where they have a good flow of communication. But comparatively in India, was majority of people or population, they don't have any flow of communication, and that is where I see people don't. That's why don't follow the rules and laws.
So you mean to say that if we follow the rules, so our country will be one among them. Our country will be clean. Our country will be beautiful. Our country will be like people visit here. But yes, it's an ancient country. India is an ancient country, and it has its own charm. People visit here, but
Yes.
because of few flaws and because of few shortcomings of our countries, of our surroundings, they may get demotivated, right? So, what do you want to suggest to the people of India? What do you want to suggest us? Okay, how we should promote tourism? How we should attract the foreign tourists to come to India and to stay here to enjoy our hospitality, and the way we the local people can get connected with them, because it is whenever the tourists come, it is only the few people who are in touch with them wherever they go. It's not that the local people are not much aware of their language. First, there is a great barrier is the language, and you have said that you have a app through which you can connect with the other. So do you want
Yes.
it in India also? People should use all the technical mediums to get connected with them, because when we talk to others in their language, our connection, our bond is greater, I think. What do you
Yeah,
say?
I do accept that, because see, I mean, most of the countries I have visited, people are aware of India. Okay,
Hmm.
they really like India. They know the culture. It just they are not very comfortable with vast population what we have in India and the cleanliness that we are surrounded with. So this is basically the two things I every time come across when I'm traveling around. So we should focus on things like where we can keep ourselves more clean, or the society or the locality that we live in. Okay, because it's not that people don't travel to India. There are a lot many foreigners who come in India for their travel visit or to know more about the our culture. And also, I won't say that, but yes, communication, what you talked about, is very fluent, because it's never in India, most of them can speak English, can understand at least English. Okay, so it's not required technically to use the technology much enough, because way of communication can be through hands or signals as well, not generally with words. So it's just the Google app that you have in your phone, it can translate you. That's, it doesn't need any more technical assistant to that.
Okay, okay. So you tell me how traveling help you to grow emotionally and socially and logically. How did you find some positive changes in you when you are meeting with foreigners, you are meeting with totally strangers, and you will, as
Mhm.
you are a solo traveler, so you will have to manage everything by your own. You are not always in group. So how did
Yeah.
you convince others that yes, you are a person from India and you want to befriend them, you want to see their culture, you want to see their tradition, you want to know them. So how did you convince them? How did you create the bond with you?
See, like I mentioned before, people outside India are very helpful. So a point of convincing is not at all required ever. It just in India, like what happened is, if we see people around us, we generally don't talk if they are strangers to us. But in foreign countries, even if they are strangers, they do hi and hello, and get to know how are you doing today. So there from the conversation start, and when you make a bond, it's just the conversation what you're having. So that conversation should be close enough, inclining to the topic that he's talking to, and it should be relatable, so that the person is most interested to talk more about. And definitely, like I said, they are more helpful to help you with any guidance you require. So I never felt any discomfort, or I would say any communication gap, where they have helped me out with different things. Generally, whenever I have visited every country, in pubs or in cafes, anywhere I can sit around and people are there for any introduction, then we connect, and they get to help us with few sites that we can visit, or few monuments, or museums where I can visit to know more about their culture. So they are definitely helpful in that.
Okay, so what about the accommodation? Do you plan it in advance, or you go there and you search accommodation for you?
So generally, for traveling abroad, you do need accommodation for visa purpose. Until unless you have your accommodation, you won't be able to get the visa. So after doing a lot of researches on different websites, there are many websites which are unexplored yet for Indians, where you can find cheap traveling accommodations into hostels or dormitories or low cost hotels. Okay, so generally, whenever I do travel, I stay in dormitories with in hostel for with people around the world. So that helps me to get more idea or make more friends from different countries. So that's really easy, it's not difficult at all. It's, you can just try checking in the booking.com as well. There are many hostels available in each of the countries. It might not be available in India, but definitely outside India there are too many hostels where people prefer to stay, like solo travelers like us prefer to stay.
Okay, okay. Now you tell me, just I asked you, how did it grow you mentally? Do you find that now you can face anything in your life? You can survive anywhere. You are such a strong person, mentally fit, physically and mentally fit. Do you find this change in you? Because you always travel, you always put yourself in challenging situations, new location, new area, new people.
Yeah, I do
You
understand that.
yeah, you'll have to adjust everywhere. So how did it help you to grow?
See, it's all about me exploring is to learn new things. Okay, so I am very fond of learning new things. Okay, so that is what keep me excited. Like, yes, I do feel sometimes inferior that you're traveling alone and a solo boy, not knowing much about the environment. Can be anything like, but it's never a risk for me. I haven't faced it yet. it's a new opportunities for new learnings that helps me grow. Okay, and that gives me courage to explore more and more. Then I realized there are yet many places or countries yet which is unexplored, and I should explore. If I may not be able to help other people, I should know more about the culture, which is why I keep on exploring new countries.
Very good. So, wherever you have gone, so was it a smooth journey, or you had faced some difficulties, some challenging situations, uh, like something dangerous that you would like to mention? Okay, yeah, in here you would have to be very alert. Here you will have to be very cautious about the rules or about the people. You will have to
Mhm.
recognize the people from your own instinct. So all these things. So was it a smooth journey, or a little bit difficulty have you faced anywhere?
See, I won't say a difficulty. See, everywhere where you ever travel, ever it's abroad or in domestic, there are pickpocketers. Okay, so generally you should be concerned when you are in crowded areas. Okay, that's the most challenging thing you may, or I have this journey was pretty much smooth. I won't say it wasn't smooth, but yeah, you may have to struggle with timings because as you are traveling solo, you may have to catch a flight or a train or a bus, which is a very short duration, or the intersection of both the commute would be very short. So you need to be very quick enough. Okay, you should be prepared before mentally and with the directions, whichever direction you need to travel, you should be aware of that. You should be very aware like how much distance it is. So that kind of challenges I would say you need to face around. But apart from that, in terms of terror or like say pickpocketing, yes, there are something, but not in very much. Pickpocketing are there in like Turkey. There was many pickpocketing peoples in the streets where there are crowded areas. Same it goes to the Estonia. Estonia is very much rich in old cultures. Okay, so they don't believe in religions, so people over there are from different countries, so pickpocketing is also there. So this kind of things you may face, but apart from that, I have never faced any such problems.
Pickpocketing is very common in India also.
Yeah,
So
so
it's a
it's
common,
nothing new.
it's a universal problem. So we can't do anything to this. Okay. Now you tell me, what are the things that you should carry when you are a solo traveler?
So generally, wheresoever hostels, like I mentioned, I travel, they have laundry, they have kitchen as well to cook. Okay, if in case you're vegetarian or not, or whatsoever your food preferences, they have their kitchens, they have their laundries. So you not have to take any groceries or any laundry things. So it's very easy. Just you need to be carrying the things that you're comfortable wearing and traveling. Okay, because you need to walk a lot. In an average, I would say in a day I used to walk around 15 or 13 to 15 kilometers a day I used to walk to explore. So you should be very comfortable in the things or the dresses that you're comfortable to walk enough. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Definitely you need to carry a water bottle, which is very hydrating thing. You should carry at least, and it's not required you can carry any plastic bottle, because waters in other parts of the world or the other countries where I have visited is easily available on the tap. Okay, in the roadside, it's not you don't have to pay for it. In certain countries you need to pay, but few countries they have taps in the streets itself that you can fill your water bottle. Generally, if you are a photographer, you should carry a camera to capture the moments. Okay, that's most important thing. Apart from this, generally you should carry your skincare products, which is very important because we Indians doesn't suits most of the culture or the climate to the countries that we visit. So you should be prepared with that as well. If you're visiting a cold or I would say minus degree countries, you should take care of your uh, clothes that are very warm enough to give you a good heat, because there it's really costlier. If you go there and try to purchase it, it's very difficult to afford there.
Okay. So how many days do you love to spend in one particular country? Matlab, in one visit, in one country, how many days do you get?
So it depends which all cities I am visiting. If it's only limited to 2 to 3 cities, then at least 10 days is enough for exploring 2 to 3 cities in a country. So generally whenever I plan my vacations, it's at least 70 to 21 days.
Okay. Okay, very good. So, one question that I want to ask, and my viewers would love to know: is it necessary to be wealthy to roam the world?
Not at all wealthy. I am also not so much wealthy enough to roam around the world. Okay, it's just a lot of effort would take into a research process. You may have to follow different website or bloggers or pages of the other travelers in Instagram. You can see, find it out, and you can take their travel plan. Okay, and there are different website like I mentioned for the accommodation. So I have never spent I would say more than 1,000 INR per day on accommodation ever. So it's, now you can imagine, it's really really
It's
cheap to
affordable.
travel. Yes, it's very affordable if you plan it and research it well.
Okay. So, as you are a solo traveler, so what do you suggest to others? Is it fine to be a solo traveler or to be in group?
People like, from my mentality, traveling as solo may helps you get more exposure, okay, rather than group. If you are in a group, you are bound to follow the timings or accustomed to the people you are traveling with, so that might not fit in. So I am kind of very impatient. I don't have much patience if I have to wait for somebody, so I definitely don't plan such trips. But yes, when I'm exploring something, I plan it solo. And if I am somewhere to have fun where everything is planned, so that time I can go with my groups of friends, because that is something I'm going for fun, not for exploring. So it depends on people how they travel, but a group of two or three is also comfortable to take a solo travel. So generally there are different travelers or groups I see they have planned a group of 5 to 10 members at a time. So you can try starting with that, and then once you are able to know what are their itineraries and how do they plan, you can plan your solo travel as well. At least once in a while in your entire journey, career, I would say entire life, you should travel once at least solo, so that you know how you can individually explore more.
Do you suggest these to girls also?
There are certain countries where it's very easy for girls to travel. I have seen many explorer. I have few friends as well who travel solo in girls. So it's nothing difficult to for girls as well to explore. It just the parents being very supportive should be, definitely that is most important. If they are very supporting, then I would suggest girls can travel a few countries where it is very easy for them. Okay.
Okay. What other, suppose if you fall sick somewhere, suppose you get stuck uh,
Mhm.
somewhere because of the rules that are new to you and you're not habituated of that. So, don't you think that friends help you? Local people help you more, or the friends who are with you in the group with whom you are traveling, they are more helpful to you?
See, generally, when you're traveling, health is never a concern, because while I'm traveling, I try to explore more things. So walking keeps me healthy more. Okay, and if they are in group, people are also unaware of the medicines what are available. It's not that the medicines which are available in India are available outside as well. So there are new other medicines they are not aware of. So in that way, I don't think so. The group people also will helpful to you. You will have to take help from a local people itself. Okay, so they will definitely help you get the medicine, or if you are facing any travel for your journey, definitely then the embassies are there. And you do help when you travel, you take your travel health insurance as well, so that is also important. So that may help you to get the some amount covered up in the insurance value.
Okay. Means you will have to perfectly find with all the things that suits you, and you should carry all those things so that you won't get any difficulty in exploring the world, right? Okay.
Yes, you should, like, I just want to add the point of, like, you mentioned about the medicines and all. So generally people have certain regular, like people like me, I do have headaches generally if I am not eating in a good time. So you should carry the medicines that you are aware of. Okay, it's never a bound for taking medicines in customs, so you can take it. And most importantly, you should be good enough with your food stomach. There are different foods in different countries which not might not fit in, so you might be having a loose motion or something like that. So you should be carrying good medicines for that. Okay, so just be prepared for that.
Okay. So how many friends do you have? A total number. Foreign friends. How many have?
I There is no count to it. I may have forgotten some, but yes, definitely they are connected to me on Instagram, which is the most important thing here in socially. So wherever I visit, I first do is after the introduction, I try to see the people pages and I try to get more followers. Definitely followers do help you. So we all are connected on Instagrams. So generally, either their stories or my stories are something where we start a conversation with on a random basis. So it's never countable, but yes, definitely more than 50 to 60 people I do know across the world from different countries. Like I mentioned in Russia when I visited, so people were there from around the world, whichever country I have not visited yet. So I have a friend from that countries as well.
Okay. So how many languages, foreign languages do you know now? Tell me. Have you
Uh,
thought
no,
about this?
honestly. So few words are like certainly, definitely, thank you, goodbye, hello are few words that people do understand when you are in a country or try to get it through the Google. So that's the general language I may understand for few countries, but not in terms of speaking it very fluently.
Okay. See, it's a great opportunity to roam around the world. So, how people can get maximum benefit from this traveling all around the world? So, what do you suggest? How can reap the maximum benefit from this journey?
So benefit, I would say it gives them a courage, okay, that yes, they can do certain things independently, solo. They can definitely work around certain things which they have been planning. It gives them a courage to make a plan or a short term or a long term plan, okay, that yes, it is feasible enough if you have explored it. And definitely experience from different cultures or food, or I would say traveling gives you what you haven't explored yet in your country. So you should explore more because that definitely builds you strong enough to make decisions or plan something without hoping for others to join you.
Okay. I do want to say something to my viewers. That's
Well, travel is something which is never going down in the market. Okay, it's every time a new thing when you explore. Okay, so traveling can not just be traveling abroad. You can travel in India itself. There are many beautiful places where you can travel, explore new things. The culture you don't know or you have not explored yet, or you don't have any idea about it. You should go knowing about it more and try to visit them. It's You can start with your neighboring countries itself. Bhutan is a very beautiful place. You can start exploring there. It's a good road journey. Like people do explore more in Spiti Valley, Leh, Ladakh. So just that's a trend nowadays, I would say, in our country. So you should explore different countries. Like start from Bhutan as well. That it's a beautiful country you should explore with.
okay. Would you like to share your social media link so that people can connect you? Those who want to know
Sure.
about. Hmm.
Definitely, I would be happy if somebody has any questions or anything if they would like to follow me on my Instagram account. So my like you said, my username is Popeye Solo Boy Journey. I will definitely share you the link as well. You can upload it so that people can get in connect with me. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any queries, if you need any travel plans. I can definitely suggest you something good.
ओके द व्यूअर्स, ये शुभम सिंघानिया है। इन्होंने आपसे वादा किया है आपकी कोई भी अगर प्रॉब्लम है ट्रैवलिंग को लेकर तो ये आपके हर क्वेरीज का जवाब देंगे। डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मैं इनके सारे लिंक्स आपको दे दूंगी, तो आप फील फ्री एंड आस्क हिम एनीथिंग दैट यू वांट टू आस्क, बट one thing that you will have to do is that travel solo, travel, be a solo travel. If there are any difficulty, just learn from Subham how to convince parents, how to convince anyone because this is also very necessary nowadays. We are getting scared of going around, going alone anywhere, and he is a solo traveler, a courageous person. And to the viewers, I will say he is my brother, so I'm very happy to have him in my family. And one thing I just want to conclude this interview by saying few lines. from my written by me only. The lines are चरे वेति चलते रहो, थको अगर अल्प विराम ले लो। पूर्ण विराम का समय और तिथि निश्चित जो है, कई रहस्यों को जानना समझना है, जीवन क्यों पाया इसकी सार्थकता जाननी है। सो चलते रहिए, रुकिए मत, चाहे आप ग्रुप में चलिए, चाहे आप सोलो, आप अकेले चलिए, बस रुकिए मत। और शुभम, जस्ट आई वांट टू आस्क यू कि इज इट फाइन टू interview others in the in abroad? You can ask questions to them, you can make a video of that, you can make your own travel videos and all that. So have you done these things when you went?
So it's generally people where we have connected, we definitely make some videos to memory, to may have a memory. So we do connect sometimes. We can definitely make some videos, not like that. But I generally have not make any videos for people. I generally don't like to capture myself more rather than I capture other people. Okay, so
Yeah.
so that's the reason I have no videos as of now. I could share that with you.
So do you write blogs? Are you a blogger too?
Well, I have not started it. I don't have much idea on the content writing part for it. So I have thought of it, but it's not my immediate plan. But yeah, definitely a future plan to start a blogging page. Um, Generally, right at the moment, it's all about pictures that deprive deprive all the meanings that I have captured. But I will soon start writing on each blogs.
So you mean to say only pictures are that memory, that treasure that that has captured your memories and all that. These are with you. You haven't written anywhere. You haven't penned down your
No, I
memories
haven't.
anywhere.
No, I haven't. I have penned down in my own general, but to the people I haven't yet in the open and social platform. But soon in future, I have a plan to have a content writing on the blogs that I have explored. So the memories are very refreshing and it's fresh still in my minds, and I have written it down so I can share it definitely in future.
So all the best for your future. Hope you may visit all the countries that we have in this world, and you must visit India also, because India is also a very big country, and I want from you the experiences that you will gain in future also. And I think in future again we will meet, and our viewers will love to meet you, love to interact with you. सो इसी के साथ मैं आराधना अग्रवाल आप लोगों से विदा कर देती हूँ। फिर किसी नए व्यक्ति से आपकी मुलाकात कराऊंगी। आज शुभम सिंघानिया को हम यहीं पर ढेर सारा धन्यवाद देकर उनके सुखद भविष्य की कामना करते हुए इस इस ये जो जर्नी हमने आज की है, इस जर्नी को हम विराम देते हैं। धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच शुभम।
Thanks for your time.
थैंक यू।